What is up, everybody? We are back for another episode of Guys Gotta Eat, made possible by the Cult of Con. That's you guys. Thank you for being here. Today, we are trying out something that has been on the main strip in town for so long, and it's kind of an interesting story, but let's go ahead and announce, some of you may know already, Del Taco. So, basically the backstory with this is that when we were kids, we used to go get these little roller, egg and cheese roller burrito things in the mornings. And as an adult, it was like I hadn't been there in 10, 15 years. I went through this period of time where I lived in this trailer. And when I lived in the trailer, I would stay up all night until 7, 8 in the morning. And I would drive down to Del Taco and eat those egg and cheese rollers. So it was kind of like one of my jams. Like you'd stay up all night, it'd be 7 in the morning. You go down and get some egg and cheese rollers for breakfast and you pass out for the rest of the day. Like I worked at night and stuff. So anyway, long story short, Del Taco has daytime food, obviously. Not everything they do is breakfast. So I wanted to try some of their daytime food. Let's just see what they've got because I've literally never tried it. So we went and got one of those things. It's called the Ameri-Mex trial box or something. It says Del, on the box. Honestly, points for packaging. Let's go. And what we have in here is basically it's like a kind of a taste thing. They got multiple, I don't think they called it a trial box. I think I called it that. But so you get a Del cheeseburger. And then you also get the fries, which are the crisp cut fries. And these, you can get these at breakfast, and I usually do, and they're really good. So we'll see. I mean, they're what you would expect. They are the crisp cut fries. We also end up with what looks to be like a taco and a bean and cheese burrito. So we have a bean and cheese burrito as it is, and we have a Del Taco. I think we should start with the Del Taco and see what we're getting out of it because it is the namesake of the business. It's just like a little soft tortilla, flour tortilla, It's kind of, you can keep it like a triangular. It's very much like generic value taco. Let's see. I'd rather roll it up. It makes it a little bit easier on me. Honestly, that's really good. I feel like I will have eaten the whole thing in 3 bites. I think I'm just going to eat the whole thing. For a value taco, it's actually pretty good. I don't know what they go for individually, but the Del Taco so far, so good. We got Sprite. A drink was included. Of course, there's only Sprite, so. I love Sprite, bro. Anyway, that was the Del Taco from Del Taco. Let's try this Del cheeseburger. Comes in a foil wrap. I always love a foil wrap burger. That's the way Sonic does it. Wow, I did it right. I got it right side up. Wow, we've got some of that cheese pull right off the bat. You can see gooey, melty cheese right there on the front of this thing. I'm excited about that. It also smells really good, like a really natural, authentic burger. Looks like we have the full spread of toppings. I see tomatoes, lettuce. There's probably onions in there. I assume that's what these, yeah, we got diced onions, it looks like. Looks like there's some sauce on there. I'm kind of picky. I don't really like pickles on burgers. I've probably said that before. I'm sure there's pickles hiding in here, and if not, that's okay. But even so, I'm going to bite it as it comes and sample it the way it is, and no changes, just as the menu would present it. Let's get a bite where we can get some of that tomato in there. Since we're doing the American side of things, we'll wash it down with some of these crisp cut fries. Wow. Unlike the case with the taco, I'm not going to sit here and just eat the entire burger in one sitting. Obviously, I will in a minute. But I just want to say that I'm actually really impressed with that. That burger is probably one of the better cheeseburgers in my area. And it's coming from the Mexican restaurant, so let's go. I love it. I love it. With that being said, let's do a little palate cleanse here. Gotta love that Sprite, man. All right, bean and cheese burrito. What can you expect from a bean and cheese burrito? Probably not much, but I did get some hot sauce. I really love the Del Inferno sauce. That's kind of one of my favorite attributes. From the egg and cheese rollers, I like soak them in this stuff. So it's like I get these burning hot egg breakfast burritos. And it's a great flavor profile. If you haven't tried it, I recommend it. Here's a nice stripe of the Del Inferno on there. Put a little bit more hot sauce on here before we get another one. One more bite, why not? You really gotta let it sink in. All right, let's set this back over there. All right, let's talk business. This whole meal was $10. So already off the top, we've got incredible value. I can't even begin to say that most places are going to run you about 15 to 20 bucks for like a whole meal at this point. There are some options from Taco Bell that are comparable in terms of value, like the meal boxes, you know, that they have. But all that being said, it's a really solid value. The Del Taco, a great taco. It's not outstanding. It's not like anything that blew my mind or made me want to like sing the praises of Del Taco, but I did feel like the generic soft shell Del Taco, value taco, whatever you want to call it, it was good. It had a seasoned beef that was like actually flavorful and tasted like taco meat. It wasn't like, you know, bland. Good cheese, and there was a good portion and proportion of cheese, lettuce, meat, everything. Like it had a great flavor to it. It wasn't greasy or anything like that. So I was really pleased by that. And then obviously the bean burrito is kind of a generic bean burrito. I do like that the refried beans they use have some whole bean in there, so it's got a little bit more texture to it. It's not just like mush. And then obviously it's cheesy as well. It's actually quite good, but it's, you know, it's kind of basic. It's a really simple item, maybe something you might have if you were a kid or something. And I kind of like simple stuff, so I'm not complaining about the burrito either. So the Mex side of the Ameri-Mex Box, pretty solid stuff. No complaints there at all. The American side, let's talk about it. My French fries were a little soggy. Not soggy might not be the right word. They were like, they're flimsy. Disappointing, a little bit flimsy. That's a kind of a time of day person who's like preparing it kind of, it's a circumstantial. Like I've been there when the fries were like hot, crispy, and absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna chalk it up to like, just bad timing for when I went in there, but you know, it's like that, you know, you get good and bad days, but you hope that it would be a good day. But fries kind of lost it on me, but the burger, man, that little cheeseburger is calling my name right now. I would like to get back to it and eat it. The profile on it is great. The veggie stack is awesome. I don't even mind that there's like onion chunks and pickle. I don't even taste pickle. I don't think there's a pickle. Even if there is, I don't care because it's really good. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but the best cheeseburger on the block down there, and that's got like a McDonald's, and there's a Burgerville that you can pay way too much money for. There's quite a few options, but all things considered, like the value of these Del cheeseburgers, like you had a double Del cheeseburger. I might be back there to get one of those just because they're good. So let's go ahead and say that based on the new rating scale, we talk about things from a perspective of like coming from having no experience and learning like as you go and kind of expanding on the ability to understand what's good and what isn't. I've come to reevaluate what I think is a fair score for a place. And for a place like this, I would say value is a big deal in this time, in this age, with the economy being the way it is. If you're looking for something good, this box is a solid, well-rounded amount of food to get a guy what he needs to eat. And for me, I'm really pleased, especially with that cheeseburger, man. Like, I think the Del cheeseburger is like on point. So with all that being said, guys, we're going to give them the 8.5 out of 10. I would highly recommend Del Taco for lunch. If a guy's got to find something to eat, you know, this is it right there. All right. So it's calling my name. I got to get back to it. But I just want to take a second to shout out to all of our supporters on patreon.com/thecultofcon. Thank you guys so much for helping to make this possible, for buying a guy lunch. I appreciate it a lot. If you guys are watching this and you're interested at all in becoming a supporter, go on over to patreon.com/thecultofcon and consider becoming one of our paid supporters over there. Thank you guys so much for everything, and I appreciate you. And with all that being said, it's time for me to go chow down on what's left of this food. And yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll see y'all in the next one. Take it easy.